This is Hunter Dean. Hunter Dean is a young man that's very talented. He's a very good fisherman at his age, and he is an excellent guitar picker. And he does the instrumental music for many of my videos. He came up to do some recording, so we thought that while he was here, we may as well take a trip down the river in the kayak. Hunter had never been in a kayak before. He fishes the rivers all the time in canoes and john boats and in belly boats and wading, but he'd never been in a kayak. So we thought this would be a good time to introduce him to fishing out of a kayak. We knew before we left that the fishing probably would not be very good because of the weather we've been having with lots of rain. Many of the small streams are murky and higher than they would normally be. But that didn't stop us from going and having a good time.
It's about a 3-pounder.
As I floated around this bend, I noticed a young eagle sitting on a limb at the end of this old tree. He didn't have any white feathers yet on his head, but as he flew away, I noticed that he had a few white feathers coming out on his tail. Hunter caught this channel catfish on a crankbait. June is spawning time for catfish in the state of Missouri, and then when July comes along, they're feeding heavily, and they will hit crankbaits, jigs, or anything else you want to throw at them. We caught several of them on this trip.
I thought it was a big old bass.
We decided to paddle downstream for a ways since most of the water was too shallow for good fishing.
See? Oh! I can't believe that.
Our lunch break was kind of brief because we were more interested in catching fish than we were in eating.
Another big bass. Got two big bass right in here. There's my cord. off the line. I just had one break my line, and I tied another one on, and made one cast, and another one broke my line. Now I got to re-rig again. I've had my line broke I don't know how many times.
I was using 3-pound test line while fishing for bluegill. I couldn't get bass to hit a crankbait, but they kept hitting this tiny jig and breaking my line.
Just take your time with him. out there in the middle. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm throwing out and counting to 10 and start retrieving. I'm throwing right out there. So you could bring the kayaks and just put them in the water and fish that hole and come up and fish this hole. Fish it real slow, move around, and then you'll find a pocket of them, and when they wear out, go find another pocket of them. I've caught a lot of fish out of this hole right here. This one we're paddling through. See them logs sticking up down there on the left? Yeah, it's crappie heaven down there. This is a good whole water here. I'm going to bring my kayak down here and just fish here. Not take a float trip.
Well, we caught 9 nice crappie out of that last hole, which was a nice way to end our trip. We didn't catch a lot of fish, but we caught enough to make us happy. But we kept trying to chase that eagle and get a picture of it. But he was always out of range of the camera.
By the way, that seat you got is adjustable. You can adjust it. If you pull down this way, it comes forward. If you pull up on these things, it goes back. So I change mine every once in a while.